Service industry stocks are good stocks. They're inside of the hotel industry, for instance, the hotel industry for Trivago. That company sells a service. Here's another example. Service industries are industries that don't necessarily sell a product, but deliver some type of profitable service. For instance, a barber is a service industry. A handyman is a service industry. A hotel third-party service like Trivago, that's a service industry. Service industries are very relevant today, and they are profitable businesses. And they're actually the best business to start on your own. Reason being is less capital, less investment, and more expertise. The expertise involved in your own service industry is very well entrepreneurship at its finest. You could ask Mr. Wonderful what his favorite is, and he might just show you. Service industries, they are good products. They can't be put in certain stores, but they can be offered to certain customers. This here is Adidas. Adidas is not a service industry. Adidas is a product. Adidas is a manufacturer. A manufacturer is very, very intellectual. It actually has many components within it. And if you dissect the manufacturing, it takes a mill, it takes a plant, and it takes more than just a brick and mortar. It takes something to assemble. Assembly isn't easy. Absolutely not. It takes more. It takes pushing some kind of dream into focus through blueprints. A service industry is less so much like a blueprint, but more so like a professional offering. Like if you were to go and appraise something, if you went to appraise a new car, you would know that it was serviced by some kind of technician before you bought it, and where the service came from, and how it's going to be serviced for the guarantee for the future. Let's take, for instance, chapstick. This is a product industry that has been around since Procter & Gamble were around. Procter & Gamble was around since the early 1900s. This product is developed by Unilever. All these different products range. Service industries are completely different. Able Carpet Cleaning is a service industry. Service industries offer many different outlooks on certain aspects of products, but they're not a product. They are a service. A barber is a service industry. Service industries like barbers are common as a thread. I'm going to be technical here. Certain type of doctors with a PhD are actually service industries. Let's be explicit and say certain doctors that are actually in the business of service industries. A service industry doctor, for example, would be a pediatrician. Service industries are not as what you think. Pediatricians, a PhD, someone who can write scripts for children, that is actually a service, and that in itself is a service industry, so to say. If you want to say different services like carpet cleaning, a key service, locksmith, those are all service industries as well. A barber is a service industry. Different levels of service industries exist for the matter of providing something that is educational, something that is relevant to fix something. There are all kind of different service industries. There's freelance service industries, photographers, editors, videographers. There are all different types. Service industries are not as what you think. Pediatricians, a PhD, someone who can write scripts for children, that is actually a service, and that in itself is a service industry, so to say. If you want to say different services like carpet cleaning, a key service, a locksmith, those are all service industries as well. A barber is a service industry. Different levels of service industries exist for the matter of providing. Today I'm going to focus on the industry of tech and tech industry products. Part of a manufacturer that has shown a deliberate understanding of why it should be conducted. reasons of marketing that makes sense to the consumer, that it's going to have some kind of positive feedback. Marketers are servers in themselves. Most marketers do some kind of promotion either through magazine, books, media, social media, television, newspaper. The Gettysburg Press was made in the 1400s. This was the advent of social media. Social media today has changed the way that we do business and conduct marketing. People could pay for ads through the biggest companies that are around, like Facebook, Google. YouTube is part owned by Google, and also it's a subsidiary. A subsidiary is a company within a company that owns multiple companies. For instance, Unilever is also owned by Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble are a huge company that deliver all kind of different hygienic products. Hygiene, it is important, so stay clean. Here's an off-brand lotion, Dermacell. It says here that Dermacell is a pharmaceutical research, controls even severe dry skin, skin lipid and EFA treatment, hypoallergenic. Now when you look at the back shows the ingredients. Certain ingredients like water is a natural reason to say it's a natural ingredient. They're all kind of different ingredients that go into creating some kind of product. That's the problem. With a service, you don't need to be a manufacturer with raw ingredients. You provide for a fee. And it's customary to do this because it's easier for a lot of different industries. Manufacturers that create, they're more complex. So I'll go into design and reasons. They go heavy when I'm up. They go. For instance, we have an iPhone. An iPhone has different levels of complexity within different parts of it. Different features, different buttons, different chips, different networks, different mega data processing, different memory, different solution-based things like that. They're all different types, and I'll break down a couple of them for you. For instance, Taiwan. There's a chip that's made in the processors for iPhones that people don't know about, that I do. And I will advise stocks on certain stocks that you can advise in to look at. And those suggestions that I give you are pretty relevant to why and how a manufacturing of such a diverse technological product goes into play. Within certain service industries, there's something called value of product. Value of product reflects the desire to obtain a product, an individual's level of desire. How high, how low, what's the reason? Does it maintain a certain function? That's the value of a product, and that's what goes into service industries.